Good afternoon, everyone, and kick-off is just underway as Lewes are about to host Sheffield United in this Women's Championship affair. I'm Ollie Aldis and I'm joined with Rufus. Rufus, how are you today?
I'm good, thank you. Yourself?
Yes, I'm very good, thank you. It's a lovely weather. Nice that it's not raining for once at the pan. The sun is out, the grass is nice and green for what should be a good game. It's obviously a tense one if you're a Rooks fan. Lewes down in 12th. Watford haven't done them any favours. Of course, they've got to rely on themselves, but Watford, having just won 2-0 in both their games, away at Durham and at home to Birmingham City, have meant that Lewes find themselves bottom of the league. But they'll have to do something about that. They'll have to start making these games count. As we've got both sets of players yet to come out just yet. Of course, we did have an international break which has separated the last time both these sides played. Of course, Sheffield United come into this game having won 5-2 at Durham. And now the players come out onto the pitch for Lewes versus Sheffield United. It's the 10th anniversary of the Lewes Vets team, and they are doing both sets of players a guard of honour before the fixture this afternoon. So here I am, joined with Rufus for Lewes versus Sheffield United. And here are the lineups. So it's 4 changes made by Scott Booth since their 4-3 loss up at Sunderland. Keeping her spot in goal is Sophie Whitehouse. Back in contention after a long time out with injury is the captain, Rhiann Cleverly, with Ellie Hack and Cara Hamilton in defence alongside Lewis Hukin. It'll be a midfield of Rihanna Blade, Holly Olding, Amelia Hazard and Maria Ferrugia, with Jackie Hand and Amy Claypole up front. Substitutes for the home side: Emily Moore, top goal scorer Grace Riglar, Grace Garrett, Anna Gray. Sarah Brazera Carrera finds herself on the bench after starting up at Sunderland, with Eve Clarkson, Shauna Vassell and Chelsea Ferguson, who of course signed from Brighton on loan for the end of the season, with the job to try and help out this Lewes side in staying up. For the away side, Sheffield United, 2 changes made by manager Luke Turner after their 5-2 win up at Durham. In goal is Fran Stenson, with a back line of Charlotte Newsham, Sophie Barker, Tara Bourne and Jessica Sigsworth. Bex Rain is in line-up too, with Izzy Goodwin, Ash Hodgson, Jodie Hutton, Ella Kinzert and Rachel Brown. Substitutes for the away side: Molly Graham, Samara Wilcock, Sheen Muir, Alanta Brown, Eva Butler, Fallon Connolly Jackson, Bethan Davies and Tilly Bristow. So a sunny day here, Rufus.
Yes.
Obviously a nervy game for the Rooks. What do you think they'll need to do this afternoon to try and get the win?
I mean, we've just got to play a possession game, haven't we? Keep the ball, get a few early goals and then keep the ball for the rest of the match.
In an ideal world, that would be the case. Of course, Scott Booth said going into this side that the professionalism, they need to be more professional in the final moments of the game. That's happened a lot in recent games, Rufus, where obviously Lewes have been in a winning position and ended up giving 3 points or a point to the opposition, which has obviously kept them down at the bottom of the table.
But in order to keep above the relegation, you do need to get a few wins in the last few of the season.
Got your car, got your Frankie.
Absolutely. And of course, as the season starts to come to a close, it feels like these types of games become more like cup finals rather than league games, don't they?
Yeah, tensions are high.
Absolutely. The sun is shining. Will Lewes shine in the next 90 minutes? We shall find out. But Sheffield United are in their way, the team from Yorkshire, trying to keep their position in mid-table. Of course, they don't look like they're in any danger, currently in 8th with 17 points. Lewes, of course, 7 points below the opposition. They'll be looking to minimise that gap to just 4 points with 3 points this afternoon. Of course, Amy Claypole and Jackie Hand leading the line for the Rooks, 2 players that weren't playing for Lewes at the beginning of the season. So we'll just take the knee before kick-off. Of course, the game refereed by Stacey Pearson. And Sheffield United have us off underway here at the Pan on this Sunday, this sunny Sunday afternoon. Sheffield United already looking to try and play out from the back down this left-hand side. Claypole just keeping on Hutton as Hamilton intercepts up there, and it's cleared away first time for a Lewes throw. Hamilton down this right side with holding around her. Claypole already getting stuck in. She opened up her account in Lewes colours after a goal against Charlton, which saw her team go 1-0 up. They were unable to hold on to that lead and still got a valuable point on the road and a tough place to go. In your experiences, Rufus, of course, Sheffield United come into this game with nothing really to play for, no promotion. It looks like relegation's on the way. How do you think they'll approach this fixture?
I mean, I think they'll be approaching it just like Lewes will be, trying to get the win, get as many goals as possible.
As Hutton's throw meets the head of Ellie Hack, and it will be another throw for Sheffield United. Further up the field this time. It's Hutton. Hamilton tries to get underneath that. This is a promising run forward, but that's cut short as Goodwin is unable to keep that in play. That run forward just goes beyond the byline, and any threat from Sheffield United is nullified. Of course, Scott Booth said he wanted to forget the Sunderland memory. Still 21 points up for grabs, and he commented pre-match about how Lewes have been scoring more goals, playing good football and competing with every side. They just need to get that bit right at the end, whether that be scoring more goals or seeing it out professionally. It's something they need to work on. It's been so gutting for Lewes the way they've ended these recent fixtures and thrown away such valuable points. But of course, like you said, after a win, the mood can change and everything before that win is forgotten about, and they'll be looking to do just that, won't they, Rufus?
Yes, yeah, it will be. Be a tough game, I think.
Absolutely. Sheffield United side looking to secure their spot in mid-table. No real threat on the top 5. It's such an interesting title race this season, where you've got 5 teams that could win it. It means every week there's a fixture where there are a couple of the top teams going at it. A very entertaining Women's Championship this year, obviously not in favour of the Rooks, but for those who are neutral, it certainly is a spectacle. Sheffield United with a throw on that far side, just by the corner flag. Hazard unable to get underneath that, and it's brought forward by Rayner, but cleared away as Claypole tries to leap up to get underneath that clearance. Here is Hutton on this near side. Interception from Claypole, just falling nicely back to a player in yellow. This time it is Rayner as she tries to thread a pass. You could see that run, couldn't you, Rufus?
Yeah. I mean, it was a good run. Just the ball was a bit too slow, in my opinion. It's Claypole.
Claypole holding it up as she's got a Sheffield United player onto her.
Hutton.
Sigsworth and Hazard battling it out there. And Hazard gets the better off that challenge as Lewes have a free kick just as the band begin to play to motivate the players. Here is the Lewes joint top goal scorer, Holly Olding, who will be the free kick taker. We'll try and provide or conjure up an early lead here for the Rooks. 5 minutes gone and Lewes with the first free kick of the game. It won't be the taker of Olding. Fruja will pop over instead to have a pop. Into Blades. You can see this is a set-piece tactic so far, can't you? Blades calls for a penalty from those in Rooks' colours, but it will be a corner. That's the outcome. You could see what they were trying to do there, Lewes, trying to play it along the floor, Rufus.
Yeah.
As Blades took it to the byline, tried to cut it back, ended up getting a corner, as Hukin will be the delivery taker. It was, in fact, Hukin who had a part to play in getting things underway back in Sunderland 2 weeks ago. It was Hukin's set piece that found a deflection, which steered the ball in the back of the net and put the Rooks 1 goal up. Hukin with another chance to whip in a ball with her left. Good delivery. It finds a red shirt, cleared away by Sheffield frantically. Hazard picks it up. Fruja just leaves the ball to go across her body. It will be another corner to the Rooks. They're on the front foot here, Rufus, early on.
Possession base is all Lewes. Yeah, I haven't seen Sheffield United really get into our half.
Haven't really been able to
pressure our defence, really.
Or have any spell of possession, like you were saying. Possession-based has been to Lewes so far this game, as Blades looked like she was trying to get on the end of it, ended up supposedly accidentally leaving it, but it still remains in Lewes possession as Hukin, the left-back, pops up on the right-hand side this time. It's a challenge, a heavy one from Brown. And another Lewes throw. So far, we've just been looking to our right, which suggests Lewes are on the front foot. Hazard just making a run to provide an option, leaving room for Claypole, who's on the ball, tries to keep it under a spell. That's a fierce strike from Fruja, finding the side netting, and Lewes have the first real chance of the game.
It's great technique from Fruja in there, leaning right over from it. It's a little bit more to the left, and that would have been near post.
Beating Stenson, just unable to steer it into that near post, like you said, just a little bit more to the left, and it would have found the back of the net. Positive display so far from the Rooks, Rufus.
Yeah, it is, definitely. Just hope we can keep getting.
Goal kick from Stenson. Heavy touch from
Hamilton holding it up.
Sigsworth.
Claypole.
Fierce interception there from Rayner as she manages to win the ball back. They go direct. Whitehouse off her line, anticipates that ball and throws it out to Hukin on the left as her first time ball up the field, just unable to find hand. She intercepts it well, Hukin, making her third appearance for the Rooks. Very impressive player, and that's an even more impressive ball from hand into Claypole, just showing too much of the ball there, and it will be a goal kick.
It's quite a heavy touch from Claypole in there. One smaller touch, we could have had a shot, but no. Big touch, throw her off there.
Allowing the Sheffield United defender time to think.
Most definitely.
Readjust her body to win the ball back. That's a clever little pass into the right back, Brown. And that's a first-time ball played up the field. Here's Goodwin. Bodies forward here for Sheffield United as they look deadly, but a really good interception from Holding, allowing Rayner to have a go. Aiming for that curling effort to that bottom corner. It will be a Sheffield United corner on this near side, but worrying signs from Sheffield United's first attack. And that shows that they can offer a deadly threat going forward. It was Goodwin who made that run down the right.
Like
Rayner anticipated it.
Hutton's going in for the short ball. Left-footed crossing.
Foot on her.
Comes out.
Picked up by Sigsworth. Back out to Barker. Now Sigsworth, who's got a bit of room.
Great block. Brilliant block.
As you said, great block from Jackie Han there, doing her defensive duties, the striker. Now Sheffield United have their turn to put pressure on the home side. So Sheffield United with their second corner. They'll try to make it count through Hutton's delivery. A fierce one towards that back post. Hamilton will chase. She gets a nick on it to take it out for another Sheffield United throw-in.
You read me? I'm getting interference on my radio.
He's changing. Throw-in taker. Hutton was the corner kick taker on that far side. Will be the throw-in taker on this near one.
Change to channel 10.
Good hold-up play as she sprays a nice pass out from Rayner to Brown, who goes from distance. Unable to find the accuracy to take it past Whitehouse. But ambition shown from the Sheffield United right back.
It's like short balls playing out here. See if Lewes can play it out.
Whitehouse finding Hamilton.
Great touch from
Hutton
Hamilton.
felt it went out of play. The referee, Stacey Pearson, signals for a Lewes throw, but like you said, Rufus, they need to play a possession-based game. Of course, inviting that Sheffield United pressure there as they play out from the back.
Yeah, it looks like Sheffield United in the past 5 minutes have had more chances than Lewes. We haven't really gotten ourselves into the half yet.
I suppose they were always going to come alive after that first 5 minutes of Lewes domination.
It's a good start from Lewes.
Hamilton. Claypole flicks it behind her as Hazard runs onto it, but Sheffield United tried to come away. Ferrugia believes she was fouled. Clearance first time as Hand manages to get a lovely flick to keep the ball, but then Sheffield United win it back. Ferrugia's back up on her feet, as you could hear a painful sound from her when she was knocked cleverly. Hukin winning the ball back as she briefly just lost it for a second. Cleverly opting to play it down the left, unable to find any player in red, and it will be a Sheffield United throw this time. Well, Sheffield United, one league win in their last 4. Just come off a 5-2 win at Durham. Lewes, albeit thrown away valuable points of late, have certainly improved their league form with 3 draws and 1 loss in their last 4. These new signings have certainly helped out. Of course, you don't have Lois Roche or Hannah Godfrey in contention today. Still valuable assets like Lois Hukin and Jackie Hand, and as well the youngster Amy Claypole, who's signed on loan from Chelsea, who's got her Lewes season underway at Charlton. She'll fancy the first goal at the pan. And it just goes beyond Olding, and Hukin will play it all the way back to Whitehouse.
She has the time to make a decision. She decides to go for her own ball.
Just got that pressure from Goodwin late on. Rayner wins the ball back in the middle of the park. Promising position here for Sheffield United. Poor execution there from the 18, Kinzit. Blades looking up, trying to find a player in red. And Hand's pace will try to get the better of Newsham as her clearance finds
It's a weak touch from Hutton there, inviting Lewes into their final third.
Absolutely. It looked like for a brief second Hand was going to get the better of Newsham. Panic stations from the number 3. Lewes back with the ball where they'd like it in their final third. Hamilton. Cut out by Hutton, the one who gave away the throw. Picked up by Claypole as she gets the first touch into Faruja!
Oh, goal!
And it's in!
Very good finish from Faruja on that left foot.
Maria Faruja lights the touch paper this afternoon. 15 minutes gone. And the Rooks find themselves a goal up here against Sheffield United. What a finish that was, Rufus.
That was a very good finish with the left foot. Just on the edge of the box. Bobbles into the corner.
And it all came from that throw on this near side after the pressure Jackie Hand put on the Sheffield United backline. They gave away the throw. Claypole, props to Claypole there. She laid it off. She managed to get it, to control the ball under her studs, allowing Faruja to just pick up that pass, strike it with her left and take it beyond Stenson in the Sheffield United goal. And Sheffield United find themselves on the back foot. They've been on the back foot in the opening 15 minutes, and Lewes have a goal to show for that. Sheffield United will try and hit them back quickly. Brown's pass just finds Holding. A diagonal goes to Hutton as she takes it inside beyond Claypole. Tries to play that reverse pass into the run of Godwin. Goal scored Faruja, that's Maria Faruja's second goal in 2 games at the Pan here, scored against Reading. Got us off underway, of course, in that game that afternoon. Blades trying to take it beyond the Sheffield United player and winning a corner.
Very good play from Blades down the right side of the pitch. Winning the corner. See what they can do from it.
Up against Kinzit, the central midfielder for Sheffield United. Hukin popping over to take this corner again.
We'll do it now. Just sending you the goal through as well.
So Lewes will try to be deadly from the set piece. There's 4 players in the box, and Lewes colours, punched away by Stenson. Claypole tries to keep it alive. There's a bit of head tennis going on. Claypole again, leaping up, cleverly trying to use her body to take it in behind Goodwin. And that touch from Hazard is fairly heavy, but it doesn't matter as she's in plenty of room to assess her options, and Whitehouse is the one she goes for. So as Scott Booth mentioned, and I said, Lewes need to just improve their professionalism throughout the game and try and see games off without having to have these nervy endings where they could risk giving away the 3 points and making them either 0 or 1. And they'll try to do that today. They've got the perfect opportunity to test themselves now being a goal up. Blades foul on Hutton, allowing Sheffield United to have a free kick. They'll have to be wary of the delivery from Jodie Hutton. Both left backs for the sides this afternoon are the set piece takers in Hukin and Hutton. So that's Faruja's second goal in the league for the Rooks. Hutton from this angle. Sheffield United will try and make the most of this one, Rufus.
Yeah. It's like Rayner's running off.
What do you think of this angle? Something that they can work with, Sheffield United?
I reckon so. I mean, pinging to the penalty area maybe on the spot. That could cause a bit of corruption in there. May be able to get a goal, but Let's see.
She's got an angle to work with, fairly deep. Will have to put some power on this ball with her left foot. She manages to loft one in, and it's promising. It does find the head of a Sheffield United player straight into the grasp of Sophie Whitehouse. No issues there for the Lewes shot stopper. And relief for the Rooks, as Olding's just got Goodwin onto her, but she manages to turn and leash a pass out to her cleverly. As Rayner closes in on the Lewes skipper. Brown's interception is then intercepted by Hukin. Fiercely thumped away by Olding, as Claypole may have fancied her chances to get on the end of that clearance.
With the space that Hutton now has out on this left side, could be promising if she does get it.
Sheffield United are looking to now play it over to this left. Claypole, the closest player forward to Hutton, but that is a poor pass. And that won't bother Olding as she intercepts it.
Ball down the line to Blades.
Hamilton. Promising ball.
Still in.
Hack with a commanding interception, but Hutton finds herself coming away with the ball, and Sheffield United try to play it out on this right-hand side. So they go inside with Rayner trying to use her trickery to beat Ferrugia, but the goal scorer for the Rooks isn't having any of it, unable to pick out a pass to hand. Sigsworth, that's poor touch there.
By the looks of it, Sheffield aren't trying to keep possession, they're just trying to get that goal. Just keep pushing themselves as hard as they can.
Trying to be direct. Of course, when Lewes get the ball down the flanks, they often like to try and
get it in the box.
Loft the ball in. Flicked behind by Barker. Of course, got some. This is the first game of the match day this afternoon. Of course, 12 p.m. kickoff today, but you've got Reading versus the London City Lionesses, 9th versus 10th. That's a big game that Lewes will have to keep tabs on once this is finished. Of course, they can only focus on themselves, but at the same time, that game does have some importance for the Rooks. Then you've got a mid-table clash between Blackburn and Durham, 6th versus 7th, and two very interesting games kicking off later on this afternoon in Palace versus Birmingham, 2nd versus 5th there. Palace with a chance to go top, and then in the second game, Sunderland versus Southampton, 1st versus 3rd. And Southampton with a chance to go top. So of course, Charlton versus Watford, that London clash has been postponed. Claypole having penalty calls there, but it will be a corner for the Rooks.
It'll be a corner.
On that far side, another opportunity. Doesn't look like Lewis Hukin will be dealing with this set piece. Instead, Ferrugia, the goal scorer, will try and turn provider, albeit Blades is going in short.
Let's hope we can put this one in the goal instead of playing game of head tennis.
Of course, that was the outcome in the last corner, and this one meets a head in yellow. Still finds its way to Ferrugia. She almost comes away with it. She in fact does. Controls the ball though. She believes she was fouled. Sheffield United in a hurry. Referee Stacey Pearson with some officiating to do to just calm down the Lewes number 10. Switching it out to this left now, Sheffield United. Hutton, who of course was promoted with Bristol City last season. An experienced player in that left-back role. It was in fact last season when Bristol City came to town in the Continental Cup. In a midweek game, she scored from a corner that saw Bristol City 1-0 winners, ending Lewis's hopes of securing a knockout place in the Continental Cup. More head tennis going on.
Wow.
Sigsworth tries to find the run of Kinsit. Instead, Hamilton will play it back to Whitehouse, who goes the direct approach. Claypole always eager to throw her body around to try and help out her side. Doesn't give up running, the young striker. Albeit Sheffield United aren't really, I haven't had a clear-cut chance yet. That's surely down to down to the Rook's stubborn defending. Saying that, they gifted the ball away here. Hukin's there at the back post to clear it away.
Blades on it.
Blades may have just thought there may have been a player on that left side. Hand goes over to retrieve that ball and retain possession for the Rooks.
Again, look at the space Judy's got on the side here.
Cleverly.
He's able to switch the ball easier.
Kinsit intercepts. Trying to find Sigsworth. Goodwin stretching out her leg.
It's Hamilton with time on this side. See what pass she can make.
Surges down this right as she's forced to hold the ball up as Goodwin, the striker's onto her. The young striker, Goodwin, that's a player Lewes will be very wary of. 10 goals, scored a hat-trick last weekend against Durham. Hutton tries to come forward. Cluster of red shirts. Sees the ball go out for another Sheffield United throw. Goodwin controls it with her thigh. There is Rayner. Another throw for the Sheffield United. They're just knocking on the door here. No questions really being asked, Rufus, but they're managing to get the ball slowly but surely up the pitch.
I mean, it's good defending from the Reds. I haven't really given them the time or chances to make something out of it.
Of course, in this league, something can really come out of nothing. So,
switch of play out to the right side of the pitch.
Here is Newsham. Lovely first-time touch into Hodgson, but that back heel's unable to find that underlapping run from the right-back Brown. Tried going for the aesthetic pass rather than the practical one.
Bit of flair, but it doesn't always work out, does it?
Exhibit A right there.
Yep.
Ferrugia.
Pass cut out. There's the bit of flair that worked.
Sheffield United trying to switch it, or had the chance to, but they've now got a chance to put a ball in, or maybe even fancy a chance at Whitehouse's goal.
Looks like Hodgson wants this one.
She goes over.
Someone doing the announcing?
Here, no, not here. I don't know where they are.
He was going to come up here, but...
Okay, do you want me to take anything?
Well, no, I was just giving the announcer of the drop.
Okay,
Thank you so much.
So it will be Hutton.
It will be Hutton.
Over this ball.
Standing like a Ward Prowse. What can she do from it?
So Hutton.
Lofted ball in. Whitehouse claims. Good hands, safe hands. She's slowing down the play.
Assessing her options, as you could hear the bellowing voice of Scott Booth from the sidelines, just instructing his players whilst they play out from the back. Silky pass there from Hamilton as it nutmegs Sigsworth.
Good feet from Blades.
Great challenge there from Barker. Lewes certainly don't look like they're taking their foot off the gas. Brown just speaking to the assistant referee, believing it's her ball, but it's the Lewes throw instead.
Hamilton with the throw.
Hamilton. Claypole with a flick behind her.
What can Stenson do from this goal kick? Looks like the short pass is the one that's needed.
We often find that now in football, with teams so willing to play out from the back. The long ball isn't favoured, but this one's favoured to Hutton as she controls that down nicely with her chest.
Very good touch.
Claypole not giving up, chasing Hutton. Still Claypole chasing, but Hutton picking out a pass to Sigsworth as she's forced wide from Hack. Goes through the body of players.
It's Claypole.
Hamilton's header finds Claypole in room. She tries to pick out that pass in behind to Hand, but Newsham was there to just tidy things up. Pass it back to Stenson in that Sheffield United goal. Newsham, Goodwin just unable to keep that under a spell. So half an hour gone, Lewes 1, Sheffield United 0. Maria Ferrugia's goal in the opening quarter of an hour is what separates these two sides. Sheffield United unable to create anything clear-cut as of yet. So far, Lewes have defended well when called upon. Whitehouse had a safe pair of hands when needed. Still hasn't been forced into action though. So cleverly just sees that go out of play for another goal kick. So what have you made of Sheffield United so far, Rufus?
I think they've played good football. It's just the end product that they're missing. I mean, the Reds we have defending very well, and we have attacked very well. It's just I don't think Sheffield are bringing what they need yet.
Not much threat.
Not much threat at all, no.
Albeit they've got the second top goal scorer in the league.
Yeah.
Goodwin, just unable to have her say on the game so far, and Lewes managed to come away with it as Ferrugia just drops deep in that central midfield role she seems to be occupying this afternoon.
Back through to Claypole. Down on the left, she's going to put a ball in. She decides to cut it. It goes out for a red throw.
Just tries to cut it in on her right, but so far Claypole looking lively, isn't she?
She is.
Got great determination, the youngster, with a point to prove.
Do we look at maybe pushing the fullbacks a little bit higher and
Hukin's throw, trying to find Hand, but instead it'll be intercepted. Cleverly, just letting the ball come to her as she clears it first time. Hazard leaping up, Hand's there too. Hazard chases up against Sigsworth. Hazard gets the better of Sigsworth there, and Hand brings the ball forward, just unable to take it beyond Brown. She clears it out for another Lewes throw. Claypole unable to keep down that first touch.
From what we've seen, the attacking threat of Lewes is causing problems for the Sheffield defence.
Absolutely, especially down the flanks. It feels
Down
like
the flanks,
Claypole likes to
yeah.
pop up on either side of the wing, doesn't she?
Yeah.
To then have Hand in the centre, ready to try and be that poacher, to anticipate that ball in. The stretch should play out now, Sheffield United, which they haven't done much in this game. When they've had the option to switch, they favour to play it centrally. Olding looking up to clear it forwards, aiming for Claypole. Hutton using her head to just keep the ball. Brilliant work there from Olding as she takes the ball away from Hutton, and Blades with a brilliant turn. Lovely skill there, isn't that?
Very silky feet.
Clear first time. So Hamilton with a throw. Just over 10 minutes to go of this first half. Play just paused for Olding's duty to tie up her shoelaces. Sigsworth gets ahead. Another throw for the Rooks. Hamilton. Cut out by Kinsit, but Sheffield United still come away with it. Brown. Hack with another classic hack clearance with the right side, with the side of her foot, taking it far away from any Lewes threat.
So kind of left quad that she's
Switch this time.
get some life into.
Hutton control. Touch and go there from Hutton. As Sigsworth runs down this left, giving something for Hack to think about. She takes it away from Hack. She tries to tee up an effort. There's good defending there from Cleverly. Looked promising there, didn't it?
Yeah.
Sigsworth as she run from the left and took it inside.
Earlier shot, I would have thought.
And
She just took a few more touches than need be.
Another throw for the Rooks as a win currently, albeit it is still in the first half, so don't want to get too excited for the Rooks fans, but a win does see them go off bottom as Watford's game is postponed, so therefore if they were to win they would be 11th going into the new week. Hamilton into Ferrugia, she tries to take it in on her left, an offload, a pass just in front of Hukin.
It's a Lewes throw.
Hukin with the throw on that far side. As Claypole pops up on the left. Goes beyond any red shirts, cleverly with a heavy touch. Hukin keeping it under control with her head. Good improvisation there from the Lewes left back. And Olding just clears it up. That's a good pass. Rayner threading into Goodwin, and Whitehouse coming out, putting her body on the line, literally. She gets a knock there from Rayner. Well, it was Goodwin, in fact, who sprinted towards goal. Ended up colliding with Whitehouse. She looks like she's worse off than the striker Goodwin. Good defending there from Whitehouse, of course. She has sustained a knock. It does need medical attention, but you could just see Goodwin was trying to get a touch onto it, then take it round Whitehouse, as that seemed the most favourable option.
I mean, it looked with the distance between her and the ball, it looked like the favourite.
Whitehouse threw her body at it. Showed no nerves there, Sophie Whitehouse, and in doing so has potentially injured herself. Hopefully she's all good to carry on. Of course, Emily Moore is on the bench. interesting when going into this game, having that break. Scott Booth mentioned how they've trained really well over the last 2 weeks and worked on psychology a lot. And Booth highlighted the importance to focus on the positive aspects of what they're doing, because once one win comes round, everything before that is forgotten. And so far, they're putting those weeks of training in good use. Finding themselves a goal up after Farouja's left-footed strike beat Stenson in goal at her near post. Put the Rooks in the lead. Whitehouse just receiving a bit more medical attention. It does seem Whitehouse finds herself in a lot of bother when it comes to sustaining knocks. That's partly down to her go-for-it attitude, willing to put her body on the line and sacrifice anything really, just to help out her team. And what a character that is to have in the squad. Emily Moore is currently training and just warming up. She could be called into action. She's only played one league game all season, Emily Moore. She's was favoured as the cup goalkeeper in the Continental Cup, and of course did have that brilliant cameo when she saved the majority of Crystal Palace's penalties in the League Cup. A famous night, one of Lewis's better nights at the Pan and in general this season for the women's side. Bandaging looks like it's coming out now on Whitehouse. So Goodwin goes over to just console the player she had a duel with. And Whitehouse, of course, was the worse off. As Emily Moore has her blue shirt on, looking like she is ready to come on. A bandage would suggest surely Whitehouse will be making way for Emily Moore. Whitehouse is back up on her feet. Does it look like she was injured on the right side of her body? Emily Moore now with a bib back on, which would suggest Whitehouse is all good to carry on. You could sense that a round of applause was going to be heard from around the ground as Whitehouse gets back up on her feet to continue the game. This will mean there'll probably be a fair amount of stoppage time added after the first half, as we have just over 90 seconds left to play of the first 45. Lewes want to try and hold on to this, won't they, Rufus? Want to make sure that this stoppage hasn't affected their momentum that they clearly had before. Of course, Sheffield United were the ones on the attack.
We just got to hope Lewes have got to get more, maybe even one more goal, and then they can relax. It's still Sheffield is still in this game.
Of course, they just need a bit more breathing room.
Yeah.
But so far, they've been doing the defensive duties well. Whitehouse maybe even too well, as she has sustained, or did sustain, a brief injury.
Yeah.
She's all good to carry on, as you can just try to touch it round Hodgson. Play it down that right-hand side, but nothing comes of it, and it will be another Lewes throw. Huken to Claypole, heavy touch there, allowing Sheffield United to try and get bodies forward and make something of this throw, which is just behind their final third. Olding's there once again. Holly Olding's been an ever-present for Lewes this season, been one of the standouts in Lewes colours, and she's had a good game today, hasn't she, Rufus?
She has, most definitely.
Always there at the right place at the right time so far to clear it away, and then has the intelligence to understand when to clear it and when to play it around the floor. So 6 minutes added on. 6 minutes added on for the end of this first half. Most of that due to the Whitehouse's injury, and of course Maria Fruja's goal in the 15th minute. Hodgson. Here's Barker, who loses out to Faruja. Now Claypole. Can Lewes get that second goal in stoppage time of the first half? Huken in a promising position, just shows too much of the ball there to the players in yellow around her. For a brief second, it looked like it was a clever bit of skill from Lewes Huken. That ball forward, can Huken try keep that in? Just too much onto that for the left back. Looked promising just there for a second, Rufus.
It was good. It was good.
Goodwin up there, but cleverly as too, as her fierce clearance looked like it almost hit a fan. Luckily, the fan anticipated that ball.
Cleverly and Hack have had a great game today.
The experienced duo are really proving to be useful for Lewes this afternoon.
Yeah.
Doing what they're there to do. They're playing with their experience, showing the experience they've got. And so far, nullifying any threat Sheffield United pose. Been a very positive defensive display so far from the Rooks, hasn't it?
It has, yes.
With Oldham just sitting in front of them so far. Lewes defending very well, and this first half will have pleased Scott Booth, wouldn't it?
I would say it would be. It's been great from all round, anyway.
Of course, they've got the 1-goal lead.
Yeah.
Okay, they're swinging in their advantage, but Sheffield United come forward now as they just stretch it out to Hutton. This is worrying for Lewes, but that's a scuffed strike, allowing Holding to just intercept that, giving her time to clear it. But Sheffield United come away with it again as Newsham finds Rayner, but Hack clears it away. Thrown for Sheffield United. Lewes still have to be wary. The half's not over yet. Still 3.5 minutes left to play of stoppage time. Rayner.
Oh,
Hazard's onto her, but
Blades has just been thrown to the ground by Hutton.
lively there from Jodie Hutton. Referee clearly didn't see anything in that. There's a bit of a size difference there between Blades and Hutton.
How it's going currently, it looks like Lewes will be going into the change room with smiles on their faces.
Can't say that too soon.
Don't want to jinx it.
Hamilton trying to square it out to that left-hand side, but Sheffield United enjoying the ball late on in this first half. Can they make it count? They'll try to do so on the right, but Claypole once again be one of the standouts so far this afternoon.
Hand chasing it down. the pressure from hand, got that throw in for Lewes.
Cuts away any of that brief Sheffield United pressure in the Lewes half that they were posing. But Lewes managing to come away with the ball.
Lewes can just keep it here for the final few minutes.
So 2 minutes left.
2 minutes.
Farouja picking it up with her right, trying to skill it past Brown, winning a throw-in. One of the most dominant displays from the Rooks all game, all season so far in this first half. As Rayner's clearance just goes wayward.
Another Lewes throw.
Lewes will welcome this, won't they?
Yeah. They'll be enjoying the possession.
Hukin trying to find Hazard, but once again comes off a yellow shirt. Hukin touch.
Kept in by Hukin.
Controls that well.
Holding. Back round to Hack. Hack into Blades. Great challenge.
Was a good challenge there, but unable to make anything of that. Unable to make anything of that there from Sheffield United. As Lewes tried to come forward through Hukin, trying to find hand, but Sheffield United have a throw for surely will be the last kick or throw of the game, of the first half, sorry.
The first half.
Still
got another 45 minutes to play.
Left to play. Lewes will want it to be the final whistle as soon as possible. As
Ali
things
Hack.
currently stand.
Back round to Whitehouse.
Whitehouse assessing her options as
ball out.
Sigsworth pressurises her. And that is the end of the first half. A very positive display, which will certainly please Scott Booth going into the break. It's Maria Farouja's goal that separates the two sides. Lewes with a job to do. Sheffield United have looked fairly dangerous when going forward, but it's been the defending of Olding, Cleverley, Hack and the rest of the team, of course, that have prevented Sheffield United from posing any real threats. Like said, we'll be back in 15 minutes for the start of the second half, but it ends here. For the first 45, Lewes 1, Sheffield United 0. Nice work, mate. How was that?
That was good.
Good lad. Hello everyone and welcome back as the players are back out on the pitch for the second half about to be made underway. No changes made from either sets of sides, from Scott Booth or Luke Turner. What do you think what do you think Scott Booth's message to Lewes would have been at half time, considering they are a goal up, Rufus?
Well, in my opinion, I think we need another goal to just get us relaxed for the later in the second half. So one more goal, I think, would seal it, and then we just play safe football.
Play it safe, or I suppose there's no right answer, but one could suggest attack is the best form of defence.
Yeah.
But we'll have to wait and see. So far, an experienced side fielded by Scott Booth this afternoon. He has had more experienced players at his disposal, albeit Lois Roche and Hannah Godfrey aren't in contention, but Rhiannon Cleverly coming back has certainly looked a good fit next to Ellie Hack, two players that know Lewes very well. And it will be Claypole to get us off underway, who had an impressive first half, didn't she?
She did, yeah. Yeah, she got the assist for Farouja's goal, which I learned was actually a deflection.
Always looks lively, never wants to give up, and chasing the ball. But no changes made, and the second half is now underway as Stacey Pearson blows her whistle. A big 45 minutes for Lewes, but they want to treat it just like any other 45 minutes. Don't let the occasion and the way the game has panned out get to them. Claypole already using her body to win the ball back, but they're just unable to keep it under their grasp, and Cleverly will come forward into Hukin, who finds herself on this near side. So no changes as Sigsworth is in a congested area, manages to get her way out of it. Plays it into Brown. Sigsworth just using her body to shrug it away. Brown poking it out to Kinzer.
Hutton down the line to Rayner.
Win it back though, as Hand just shows a bit too much of the ball on that far side, and it's a whip ball in. Whitehouse did get a touch onto it. Maybe just out of safety measures there, Sophie Whitehouse, is it didn't look the most troubling of balls, but it did just creep towards that back post. No yellow players were there to attack that effort. So Hutton on this near side with the first corner of the second half. Hack's clearance, more of a vertical clearance as it finds its way out to Hutton. Here is Hutton up against Hazard. She looks to tee one up with her left. Finds itself back to Newsham on this left-hand side. Still Newsham, and she keeps it in at the byline. Whitehouse just coming off her line to claim that ball. Some early signs here from Sheffield United on that left-hand side. They look to try and keep that ball and get that in quickly. Finds its way to Goodwin. Can they get an early goal in the second half?
Good head from Ellie Hack.
Good defending there, and like you said, managing to cut that pass out with her head, nullifying any Sheffield United threat.
Looks like the long ball's coming out here. Players shifting over.
Change in tactic of how the goal kick is taken early on in this second half. Out towards that right, but ends up going down the centre to Farouja.
Great feet from Farouja.
Wriggles out of that tight area. Just offloads a heavy pass to Hand, but she keeps it alive. Hand at goal. Hukin's there. It will be Hukin as Hand leaves the ball to her left back. Brown getting an important touch to take it away from Huken.
Some brilliant footwork from Farouja in there.
The goal scorer trying to turn provider. His hand just fetched that ball a little too late, which allowed Sheffield United to regroup in defence. Lewes with a throw. Huken up towards Claypole, who gets a flick onto it. It looked like it did come off a yellow shirt, and it does eventually. Take it out for a corner kick for Lewes, the first of the second half for the Rooks. An opportunity to try and double their lead. So here is the goal scorer Farouja on this near side. Plenty of distance on that, teasing delivery, kept alive towards the right of the penalty area. That clearance from Hutton's unable to really get any distance onto it as Huken tries to take it round the out. By doing so, she ends up getting a throw in. Claypole's up there, hand two. Claypole using her head to try and put it towards the centre of the penalty area. It will be another corner kick for the Rooks. They're not taking their foot off the gas, are they?
They're not, no. Looks like the Sheffield United players are stressing at this point. Just trying to get the ball out of that final third.
Fearful of conceding a second. As Lewes haven't looked like conceding all game. Sussex by the Sea rings for this corner. Lewes Huken to send in a delivery. Fierce power on there, hacks there! Almost found the back of the net. Just past that far post, but teasing there, isn't it?
It will.
Huken got a powerful delivery on that. It looked like Hack was going to steer it towards that back post. Unfortunate there for the Rooks, let off for the Blades. And it remains 1-0. They're playing it down the middle, so look to spread out to this right-hand side. Just behind Sigsworth, but enough for Brown to run onto.
Well cut out by Huken.
Sigsworth. Heavy touch, ends up finding Brown, and that clearance is intercepted by Huken, so it will be deflected off Huken, in fact.
Good head from Huken.
Brown.
Through the legs of Goodwin. Back round to Whitehouse. Whitehouse out to Hamilton. Oh, great turn for Hamilton.
Sets off a pass to the run of Blades down the right.
There's a yellow ball there.
Frustration shown from Scott Booth's dugout as they believed it should have been a foul. This time it will be a Lewes throw. Hazard lofting it in behind. Positive here from the Rooks as Hand gets in behind. Can she try and set up an effort? She does. Claypole! Towards that near post. The result is a corner, but Claypole denied of her first goal at the pan. As Hand made a promising run in behind. Slightly sloppy pass, but it was kept alive in the end as Claypole struck it aiming for that near post. A deflection sees it go out for a corner. More positive play from the Rooks.
Very good from the Rooks.
So Huken's last delivery caused Sheffield United some problems. Can she do the same with this one? Blades in short, but she still puts more power on that. Hack there at the front post. Blades goes out to try and keep it in favour for the Rooks. Hukin will do so towards the byline. Another corner. And they're having some joy down that right-hand side, and Hukin's delivery is giving something for Sheffield United to think about.
It is.
So Hukin with both arms raised.
Back post ball.
Back post this time.
It's out to Farouja. Good turn.
Footwork shown from Farouja, looking
Brilliant play from Farouja.
Brown sends it in.
Cleverly. Out to Hassan.
Slight miscommunication there between the goalkeeper and Brown, as Brown headed it away when realistically she could have left it for a goalkeeper to just claim. But Sheffield United managed to come away with it, and it doesn't pose any danger.
Great block from Hand.
Stenson out to Brown, looking for a run down the middle as she tries to pick out a pass to Goodwin. Olding put under some pressure. Whitehouse will clear it first time. Safety approach there. Newsham. Looking like she may fancy one from distance. It does fall to Kinzit, but good work from Hand for a second time. She's injured though, but Sheffield United continue to carry on. This would be gutting if Sheffield United were to score, as Hukin did look hurt there for a second, but she slowly looks like she's going to get back up on her feet. But in the meantime, Farouja's in for a second. Here is Farouja! And it's in! Farouja with the brace! Lewes with a second! Hukin was down injured, but Lewes carried on playing. Farouja in behind and netted it into that near post.
It's a brilliant strike from Farouja. She cut in just on the edge.
A lovely goal with Farouja's left. Finding that bottom corner, finding Lewis's second, and what an afternoon it's been for Lewis's number 10, playing with such confidence. That's exactly what you said they needed just after the half-time break. Get a second goal. We'll see now what approach they go for. I can't see them holding back now and trying to keep out this 2-goal lead. The confidence that this Lewes side are showing this afternoon suggests that they're going to want more, but time will tell.
They will want the goal difference as well. That will help them.
Absolutely, that's a good point, considering when you're in a battle for anything, goal difference can prove to be an extra point or two, it feels like. This is dangerous, but
Good
Whitehouse
hands.
deals with the danger well there, Whitehouse.
Here she is slowing down the play.
Heads up in midfield. Opportunity to switch through Barks again there. Can take it.
Whitehouse thumping it out to this left-hand side. As the player that's on a hat-trick will chase it down. Brown will clear. Calls from Brown saying to the referee that it is their ball. She will take the throw as Claypole just tries to put the her off. Cleverly gets on the end of it. Claypole just using her chest. Claypole's been very impressive so far this game. Hack just slowing down to head it towards Hukin. Sigsworth reads it, sloppily gives it away, allowing Hazard to play it back. Hukin contesting with Barker, but Lewes come away with it. Hazard for a second looked like she had lovely feet there to just take it round in a tight area. Brown clearly frustrated the way this game is panning out here.
Sheffield are getting
fruity
frustrated.
language on this
Very
side.
fruity. Looks like Lewes has, in fact, got inside of Sheffield's heads.
Starting to frustrate the players.
Yeah.
This is when tensions can rise.
You can, Perugia. Ooh, it's another throw for Lewes.
And just keeping her under her spell. There is Perugia, just trying to take it beyond Brown. Let's give away the free kick. They'll just have to be wary though. One goal for Sheffield United can really change the complexion of this game, and it feels like more so given the narrative of this season and what's unfolded in recent games.
Plays from Holding. Out to Cleverly. Oh,
Brilliant footwork there from
great feet.
Lewis's skipper. And Holding
Oh,
sets
it's a lovely
off.
ball out to hand.
Peach of a ball to hand as Hutton keeps tabs on Jackie Hand, but gives her room to put a ball in. Doesn't threaten the back line as Stenson will collect. And Sheffield United will come forward now and try and create an attack of their own. Cleverly's header, not allowing it to get through, but Sheffield United still find themselves with the ball in their final third. Barker pokes it into the path of Hodson. Here is Rayner.
Good hands.
Whitehouse coming down low to just collect that effort. Fairly routine for Sophie Whitehouse. The first real shot on goal for the Blades this afternoon. As Goodwin tries to play it out to that left-hand side. Here come the Blades outside the penalty area, looking dangerous. Hukin's long ball finds Hand and she controls it down exquisitely. Hukin into Perugia. What a passage of play this is from the Rooks. Hukin at the byline, just unable to execute that ball in. Hutton. Barker. Claypole continuing to chase, but Hutton allowed room to drive forward, and so she does.
Cross.
As they go inside Sheffield and end up picking out a lovely ball to Hutton, but she's in an offside position.
Offside flag goes up.
Relief for the Rooks. As Sheffield United looked fairly dangerous going forward there. Just unable to find Rayner on that left-hand side in a legal position.
Space in midfield is really opening up. So that's on that. Is there acres of space in the middle of the pitch? If we can just play the
Whitehouse with the free kick. So just after that, Sheffield United came forward, looking lively. Lewes will be relieved at that. Player in yellow being in offside position. Hukin taking it on the inside and almost threading a lovely pass through to Claypole. You could see the idea, it was a nice idea. Sheffield United come forward. They're just starting to wake up here, Sheffield United, in this second half.
Great tracking from Blades.
Challenge there from the wide player. Blades contesting with Rayner, but she manages to come forward and wriggle out of a tight area, threading in a lovely ball. Whitehouse.
Ooh, good hand from Whitehouse.
Leaping off her line to claim that ball. So far, Sophie Whitehouse hasn't put a foot wrong when she's been called into action.
Whitehouse has had a solid game today, in my opinion.
So Whitehouse just waiting for all the players to surge over to that right-hand side. It's happened on a fair few occasions now in the second half. Trying to play it down that right. Ferrugia will pick it up. Hand trying to play that second pass in towards Ferrugia, just on a different wavelength the two, but Hand comes away with it. Hazard providing an option on the right, and here is Hazard. Puts the ball in, Claypole's there, so's Ferrugia. Mason. Hack just using her body to win that ball back. And cleverly on that far side, clearing it upfield. Deflected off a yellow shirt, so will be another throw. So Hamilton up towards Hazard. Olding stretching out her leg to win the ball back and winning a foul and doing so. Top work there from Holly Olding. Not only does she win the ball back, she wins the foul.
Olding has had a great game. Very solid today.
Top goal scorer, played the most amount of minutes for the Rooks this season. Certainly a brilliant addition to the side. She did used to play at Sheffield United. Up against her old club, performing very well. Olding fiercely trying to find this left-hand side. Ferrugia will chase, but Hodgson read that situation well. Knew she was always going to be favourite to get there before Ferrugia. Hukin chasing back to win it, cleverly with a safety first approach there. Olding gets a flick on, but ends up falling kindly to Goodwin. He's had a fairly quiet game so far, but maybe that's down to the brilliant defending we've seen from Hack and Cleverly. As that pass tries to
ball down there.
Blades. You could see the idea, but just the execution wasn't quite there, was it?
It was not, no. A little less on it and it would have been beautiful.
Maybe more so to the right, as Blades did find herself out in some room on that right flank. Rayner managing to weave it away from Hazard's pressure, but just unable to keep the ball in. That's where Sheffield United have really gone wrong. Like you said in the first half, it's that final third, it's that final pass, or the pass to get the assist. That final ball just hasn't gone their way. And it looks like it's going to be a home debut for Chelsea Ferguson as she's in the wings. But in the meantime, Sheffield United have an opportunity.
Penalty.
Handball, and there's a penalty. Handball against Lewes. Sophie Whitehouse frustrated as Sheffield United, out of nowhere, have an opportunity to pull one back and get a hand back in this game. Rufus, what would you take on that?
Oh, I don't think it was a penalty in my opinion.
Good. Good. I mean, it looked like an arm was raised. We'll have to see a replay back.
Yeah, it all happened too fast in my head to see anything.
But now Goodwin has an opportunity to get her 11th goal of the season. Whitehouse doing her best to try and put off Sheffield United's top goal scorer. As Izzy Goodwin scored a hat-trick last week against Durham, 2 penalty kicks in that hat-trick, has an opportunity to get another penalty kick secured this afternoon, and it goes just below Sophie Whitehouse, halving the deficit. And could it be an ending of a story that we've seen a lot at the Pan this season. Rufus 2-1.
Yeah. I mean, the rucksack, we have to get a goal back now. Because now Sheffield will have the confidence, they have the drive to get another.
And this has been especially one of Lewis's more dominant games, where they have proved to shut out the opposition, but of course Sheffield United unable to really create anything worthy of notice in open play, find themselves back in it through a penalty. But it was well executed by Goodwin, just below Sophie Whitehouse, which she'll be frustrated with. Cleverly, and Hukin frustrated that they believe it was their ball, and that will see Hukin into the book. The first booking of the afternoon. And in the meantime, Jackie Hand is going to be making way for Chelsea Ferguson. So Chelsea Ferguson making her home debut in the Rooks, for the Rooks, was at Blackburn on loan from Brighton Hove Albion at the beginning of the season, scored 1 goal in 6 appearances for the Rovers. That was in a 1-goal win against Sunderland. And now she's up with Claypole, 2 youngsters on loan at the Rooks. As the atmosphere has just got a little bit more tense now around the Pan.
Farouja's gone down. Slowly getting herself back up.
Sheffield United with a spring in their step. Olding heading it away. Hazard getting onto the end of that. But that pass is cut out by Brown as she unleashes a switch to Hutton. That poor touch will see it go out of play for a Lewes throw. So 70 minutes gone. Just under 20 minutes to go.
Lewes can just hold out for 20 minutes. Bring back the first victory in a few.
Sigsworth out to Rayner. She just shimmies with the ball. Blades gets a touch.
Great challenge from Blades.
Wins the ball back as well. Not only
Blades has had a great game.
Back briefly, she gets the throw too. Sheffield United surging down that right, and Goodwin finding a bit of room on the left of the area. Looked like it was going to fall to Sigsworth, but the captain cleverly was there to commandingly clear it away.
Very well cleared out. It's needed.
Hack is down, but they have players in the box now. And now, like you can see, Sheffield United certainly look way more likely to score than they have done in the first 60 minutes of the game.
Their drive to get a goal has increased heavily.
Feels like it's more likely now.
Yeah.
Hamilton heads it away. Ferguson tries to hold it up.
Great challenge from Ferguson.
Both sets of players calling for the throw, but it goes in the favour of Lewes. Hamilton. Farouja and Hazard options, but she'll go long. Claypole gets a flick. Blades unable to keep it in possession, and Hutton storms into the Lewes dugout.
Stenson.
Barker sprays it out to that left-hand side to Newsham. Sheffield United looking promising here. Out to this left as Hutton makes a run down that left flank, but Hack will clear it away. Interception, just taking it away from the Lewes penalty area. They'll have a goal kick. There's just over a quarter of an hour to go. Izzy Goodwin's penalty after a Rhian Cleverley handball is what sees Sheffield United currently trailing by just the 1 goal now, after Maria Farrugia got the brace to make it 2-0 to the Rooks.
It shows that Lewes shouldn't be in this position at the bottom of the league. Every game's been close.
Every game certainly has been close.
Lots of draws for Lewes.
And of course, when you find yourself in this position, you need more than just 1 point for your match. And so far, they're in the driving seat of this game, but there's just a bit more jeopardy on it now. After that penalty was converted, and that pass from Hamilton is cut out, but falls kindly back to the Rooks. But Sheffield United have a throw. Hutton, frustrated as she felt she didn't have an option to her left, went centrally to Barker instead. They play it down this right-hand side now.
Here's Brown.
Hodgson provides an option, aiming for the run of Sigsworth, but once again Olding was there. Hukin will offload it down this left. Claypole with a lovely touch into Farrugia. Brilliant work from Claypole as she sets off the pass to Farrugia, and she doesn't have the execution to find Rihanna Blades, who would have been one-on-one. Farrugia just unable to pick out that pass, and now Sheffield United break away with bodies forward. Here's Rayner towards the byline, cuts it back, but Hamilton was there to help out her side, and she fiercely clears it forward. Claypole's hold-up play has been exceptional today. As the band play to continue motivation for this Lewes side. Such a good opportunity that was for the Rooks, wasn't it, Rufus?
It was a close one. It's an earlier ball from Farrugia and Blades would have been in.
Didn't really have the accuracy required to meet Blades either, but you'd think if it did, could be a 2-goal advantage again for the Rooks. Of course, Blades still had the keeper to beat.
The Rooks, we won't be as relaxed anymore as we don't have that 2-0 lead.
Of course, Rihanna Blades did have the keeper to beat, but she'll be in confidence after scoring a lovely goal against Sunderland last time out. Getting her first goal in Lewes colours in the league. Claypole into Blades, who's made things happen in that attack. Chelsea Ferguson in offside position. Her first real touch of the ball. So 803 fans here at Le Pan. We hope you're enjoying it back home on this live coverage. As Cleverley pokes the ball forward. This is promising. Ferguson on her home debut up against Stinson. Past the far post, but promising there from the youngster. A lovely pass from Cleverley. Unfortunate for Chelsea Ferguson.
It was a close one. Just dragged it the tiniest bit wide. A few inches to the left. Would have been a brilliant finish.
The opportunities are still coming. Sheffield United looked
Comes
like
Bourne.
they could have conceded a corner there.
Out to Brown, back to Bourne.
Bourne spraying it out to that left-hand side. Too much onto that for Newsham to run onto, and Lewes have a throw. They're starting to ask questions again as their attack went a bit quiet for a second. Hamilton trying to find Hazard, but instead Hutton will intercept. Cleverly thumping it forward. Almost fell kindly to a Lewes attacker as it came off the head of a Sheffield United player. Holly Olding has been exceptional at just tidying play up at that back, just sitting in front of the defence and acting as a third centre-half when required. Lewes with a throw. on this near side. Ferrugia. Blades and Ferguson in the box. Blades in a more central position, and Claypole will put a ball in. Ooh. Stenson will palm it away, and Sheffield United will come away with the ball.
Strong hand from Stenson.
Dangerous there from Claypole.
It's very dangerous.
It looked like she may have favoured to just try and pick out a ball to find Blades, but instead it looked like she was aiming for that bottom right corner. Hack's clearance, sees the ball out of the ground. So we have just over 10 minutes left of the 90. No real stoppages apart from the 2 goals in this second half. 10 minutes left, 10 nervy minutes for the Rooks unless they can seek a third. But Sheffield United have the ball in a promising position to find their second. Sigsworth. A lovely turn around the outside of Hukin there from Hodgson. Ball's cut out by Olding, falls kindly back to Sheffield United's number 11. Rayner just keeping the ball at her feet.
Well blocked from Cleverly there.
Dangerous here, with an opportunity to find something from a set piece here.
The height of Goodwin. Anything can happen in this.
Small frame of Goodwin. Can pose a threat in that 6-yard box, which is where she lurks. The ball in from Hutton. Whitehouse almost mispalms it. And it's backheeled, cleared away on the goal line.
Goal line
my.
clearance there. Brilliant.
It looked like Sheffield United were destined for an equaliser there, as Whitehouse came off her line to palm it away. We've seen that happen before, where it's been spilled into the goal.
Good hands from
Whitehouse will claim that ball in from Hutton and unleash a quick ball to try and find Blades, or just get it clear as soon as possible. But my word, just before that, we've seen it before where Whitehouse has tried to punch the ball away and has ended up placing it to an opponent and seeing Lewes concede. But Lewes will now bring on 2 substitutions to see this game out. On comes joint top goal scorer Grace Riglar. For number 31, Amy Claypole. So that's the end of the action for Claypole. Got an assist for Ferrugia's first goal. Had a brilliant game again, Claypole, really proving to be an exciting youngster. And on comes Hannah Godfrey as Ellie Hack comes off.
She's not on the bench, but it is Hannah Godfrey.
Like for like changes, both of those, it looks like.
So Hannah Godfrey on. Yeah, no worries. Hannah Godfrey wasn't in fact mentioned on the substitutes list on the team sheets. She's certainly on the pitch and a good player to bring on at this stage in the game as well. An experienced centre-half taken off for another experienced centre-half. She's one of the signings made in the January window that has certainly improved this Lewes side and given them more fortune at staying up.
Great block there.
Reception from Riglar. He looks to be playing that striker role. Originally started off as a centre-back for the Rooks this season and has found herself playing in a striker's position and does so this afternoon after replacing Claypole.
It's Ferguson.
Just leaving the ball. Good hold-up play. She's then fouled from Brown. Brilliant hold-up play that was from Ferguson.
You can tell in the future she will be a key player.
So Rianne and Olding just taking their time with this set piece. It will be Cleverly to take from her own half. Lofting it up, headed away by Brown. Now Farrugia gets it past Parker. And that clearance is chased by Goodwin. And she manages to get the better of Hamilton there, as there's some space to run into for Rayner. Closed down by Hazard. Lovely skill from Rayner as she sets off a pass to Hodson. Here's Barker. Does she fancy teeing one up? She does! And a lovely save from Sophie Whitehouse, coming to her far post to deny the central midfielder Barker. My word.
That was a brilliant save.
It looked like for a second when it was in the air that it was just going to nestle into that far corner, but Whitehouse denied the effort.
Fully stretched from Whitehouse. Some great goalkeeping.
Hutton on that far side, Wriglar heads it away. Lewes defending ever so well, including their goalkeeper Whitehouse. Hutton still with the ball on that far side, holding with a decisive touch to clear it away. And Hukin will chase Bourne to that. So clearance almost fell kindly to Bourne on that second ball. Calls for a foul, and Sheffield United with a dangerous set piece here. An opportunity, Rufus.
There will be a big opportunity for Sheffield to get back into this game.
Any opportunity that allows Hutton to put a ball in is always one that can cause danger. She will be the one to try and make something happen.
As we've seen from the earlier in the match, Hutton has got good technique with these set pieces, especially on the curlers.
Whitehouse with room to her left, and Hutton sends the ball in.
Good hand from Whitehouse.
That'll please Lewes. Straight into the gloves of Whitehouse. So far having a brilliant game, Sophie Whitehouse. Of course, there was that injury concern in the first half, which saw Emily Moore start warming up for a second. Whitehouse proving to be a game changer in this game. Wriglar with a poke trying to find Farrugia. That touch from Sigsworth, allowing Hukin to get a touch.
Sheffield player down. Can't quite see who that is.
Sigsworth. I believe it is Hutton who's down.
Hutton.
One of Sheffield United's more dangerous players with her left foot. Just over 3 minutes left of this first half, second half. 3 minutes.
Last 5 let's keep going.
So Jodie Hutton is all good to carry on. Currently Reading find themselves a goal up against London City Lionesses. But we won't talk about the table right now, as all that matters are the final moments of this game. Lewes 2, Sheffield United 1. Wriglar spotting the run of Farrugia. She's on a hat-trick as she picks the ball up from this left-hand side, but the assistant referee cuts short any potential Lewes joy.
Would have been a good ending of the match for Farrugia, getting that hat-trick.
Hutton sending the ball forward.
Oh,
Goodwin managing to get the better there. Can she take it past cleverly? Lays it off nicely to Rayner. Here is Goodwin. Hutton in some room. Heavy touch with her right, but manages to send a low ball in. Unable to find a player in yellow as Hukin's ball forward is unable to find Ferguson. Just to the right of Ferguson, who's the furthest player up top, leading the line for the Rooks. So 90 seconds left of the 90.
Great
Hazard
feet from Hazard.
trying to play it down that right, but so no substitutions made by the manager Luke Turner, and it looks like 3 already waiting in the wings to come on and try and make a difference late on. Hutton on that far side, lofting it in again. Whitehouse with safe hands.
It's great from Whitehouse.
Safe hands from Whitehouse all afternoon so far.
Play it down. Looks like Blades.
Lewes will want to go one step further than they did last season against Sheffield United. When Sheffield United came to town at the Pan last campaign, they did find themselves 2 goals up against the visitors, and Sheffield United managed to find a way back to claw it to 2-2. 3 substitutions have been made. Coming off has been Hodgson. So Hodgson off for Eva Butler. So the midfielder coming on for Ash Hodgson. And Jodie Hutton making way for Sheen Moore. Anna Gray's waiting to come on for the Rooks. The substitutions will come on, and there'll be 5 minutes of added time.
There goes Blades.
So 5 minutes. The atmosphere just increases, tensions almost flare up.
Is it Blades going off?
Anna Gray still waiting to come on.
There's Blades. End of the match.
There's Rihanna Blades who's come off, which will imply it's a like-for-like change again, made by Scott Booth.
Blades has come off, but Gray's not come on.
So just waiting here. The referee with the ball in her hand.
Another like-for-like change.
And this will surely be the start of the 5 minutes as Whitehouse picks it up. Whitehouse drop kicking it forward. Ferguson was up there, and Mira chases Hewcombe, but she gets a decisive touch to take it into the direction of Ferguson. Can Lewes seal the deal with a third? That layoff from Ferguson just lacking the quality to find Ferrugia. And Sheffield United take this goal kick quickly, and you can understand why. Cleverly.
I thought the ref nearly got in the way.
Sticking in to try and take it away from Sigsworth.
Haven't got long left now.
Godfrey intercepting that with her head as Rayner drives down that left. Riglar managing to take the ball away from her. Great defending from the substitute. And who else? The player of the match, Maria Ferrugia. Any other shouts for player of the match? Of course, Maria Ferrugia rightly deserves it, getting the brace. But who else would you say has been poignant for Lewes this afternoon?
I would say Olding. Yeah.
Sheffield's opportunity now as Anna Gray looks to favour the corner flag over sending the ball in the danger zone. Interesting decision there. As we said, attack is the best form of defence.
Not
Maybe
sure
she could
why
have found...
she would have thought that when we had Farouja in the middle on her own.
Huken up against Sinead Muir. Sinead Muir gives away the foul, which will please Lewes. Just under 3 minutes to go with the real 5 minutes that were added on following the drop kick from Whitehouse. Maybe even less, depends when Stacey Pearson believes it's fit to blow the whistle for full time.
I also think Huken has had a great game today.
In that left-back role,
Very solid
so
at
impressive.
left-back. Yeah.
In her third appearance, you feel like she's played more games, but certainly provided a brilliant asset for this Lewes side, as Scott Booth was happy to have got her when they did, as they hadn't had an out-and-out left-back in the side for the whole first half of the season. And certainly it's been a benefit now that they do. Sheffield United with the ball in a dangerous area for Lewes. Here's Rayner trying to wriggle out of trouble, and she does so, breaking into the box. Barker from distance. Whitehouse will see that into her possession all day long and welcome that effort from Barker. That could be the end of the afternoon. As Lewes fans and players looking at the referee, waiting for that full-time whistle to be blown. Comes off Brown. Lewes moments away from their third win of the campaign, their second at home, which will match the 2-1 win against the London City Lionesses. Anywhere will do for the Rooks, but it is a Sheffield United throw. Brown. Goodwin is up there.
Oh, it's
Ferguson end things off nicely! Oh. What a save! Point blank from Stenson. It looked like it was underneath her and it was going to nestle into the back of the net. Can Sheffield United come forward and break Lewes' hearts? Holly Olding says no, but instead it is a free kick. One last opportunity. No Jodie Hutton on the pitch to send in a dangerous ball. That duty will have to go to one of the other players, and it looks like it's going to be Bex Rayner, the number 9. Holly Olding will go into the book late on.
So one maybe last attack for Sheffield here.
I think it is the last attack. It has to be, as all 5 minutes have been played. Rayner with an opportunity to send in a ball to potentially sink Lewes' hearts. Still in the dangerous position if you're a Lewes fan.
Out by Wriggler.
Bourne tries to keep it under a spell. Hamilton with a commanding clearance. Rayner will send another one in, headed away by Godfrey, and that's the full-time whistle, and Lewes are victorious. A Farouja brace was enough to get all 3 points. There was a slight worry as Goodwin converted the penalty that just went beneath Sophie Whitehouse. The Lewes end up being 2-1 winners.
It was a brilliant game, in my opinion. Lewes solid throughout the whole pen, deserved that win.
Absolutely, they deserved that win. And I didn't want to say it during commentary, but that does now mean Lewes are out of the relegation zone. London City Lionesses are currently a goal down against Reading, which means the bottom 2 are London City Lionesses and Watford. But of course, Watford do have a game in hand. But they've done what they were meant to do. They got the job done. Lewes 2, Sheffield United 1. The Rooks will next face Blackburn away in a rearranged fixture at 7 p.m. The next time they're at the Pan is the 17th of March against Watford. What a game that will be. Rufus, last thoughts on the game. Thank you for joining me in the gantry.
It's been my pleasure, thank you.
Hopefully many more games soon to come.
Yes.
But as we said, it ends here. Lewes 2, Sheffield United 1.
Boom.